So it turns out that the lot that I showed you guys in the first video is not the property that I bought. You said if you're going to pay, they are going to survey it immediately. I know, I am so stupid. Every time I think about all the things that happened, it makes me feel very low. It discourages me a lot, disappoints me. That's why I don't like to talk about it. But you know, I need to share my experience so you guys can learn from it, so that you will be aware and you'll be cautious if you're buying property in the Philippines. So in this video, I want to speak about my experience in my land purchase, and at the same time, I'm going to give you tips on how you can avoid the mistakes that I did. You can spot scams and you can avoid these things to happen to you. To be honest, I don't know where am I going to start. I don't know how to say this, but I will just say whatever pops up in my mind. So I'm gonna start with the property that I showed you in the first video of when I talk about my land purchase. So it turned out it's not the property that I paid. I mentioned in that video that I already paid, and the next step is to survey. They're going to relocate and find the points in the property so that they can put the markers. Now, it took almost 2 months to finish the survey, when normally it would only take one day, few hours. It depends on how big the property is, but they only finish it in one day. I was wondering why they are taking so long. I've been following up, always asking for update if they're already done. They were hiding it from me. I can feel that they were hiding it from me because every time that I am asking for update, they can't answer me. They don't give me, they don't reply to my messages. They just leave me on scene, or they always make excuses. They found out that the lot that I showed you guys in the video, that's not the property that I paid. That property that I showed on the video, it didn't match. It didn't match the area on the title. But you know what? During that whole process, I was so anxious, and I have a strong feeling that the property that they showed me is not the property that I bought. The property that they showed me is someone else's property. Imagine, guys, they showed you a property that is very, very nice. The view is beautiful and everything. And then you already paid, and then you found out at the end that that's not the property that you paid. But I was already growing really, really anxious. I was already angry, actually. I know I am so stupid. You know, I also blame myself for being stupid and being naive and trusting so easily. I trusted them with all the things that they told me in the beginning. They told me that, ma'am, the owner doesn't have money. But they said if you're going to pay for the property, they're going to survey it immediately. And I trusted them. There are 5 agents behind this purchase. In the beginning, I thought I was only talking to 2 people. And now I found out that there's 5 people behind this purchase. They all benefited from the money. They got almost half. They got almost 50%. None of them wants to help me in the end. Seller has different properties in Siquijor, so they went to survey another property of the owner, and then that's when it matched the area on the title. I was so disappointed because I didn't like the lot. I liked the lot that they showed me, and that is what I paid, right? They tried to make me feel like that property is actually better than the first one, because it's true that the view is really beautiful. For me, it's better. The view is better, but the land itself is sloping. So when I already saw the property, it's like mixed emotions. I saw the view is very beautiful, but at the same time, I thought about how am I going to develop this land? I don't have that money to develop this land. The first one that they showed me is not hard to develop because it's relatively flat. There are some areas that are sloping, but it's not as steep as this one. Second, The first property that they showed me, there are already neighbors there, and there is a path, there is a trail that they're using, and everyone is using that. So I will not have problem with my way, my road right of way. The real property, there is no road right of way because it's more off grid and it's very far from the main road. Those agents, they promised me in the beginning that the road right of way is the easiest thing to do, that I can just do that after all of this. Do not believe them. You shouldn't buy a property without way, without a road right of way. The thing is, I know it's my mistake. I blame myself for trusting them easily, for being stupid and being so naive. I thought they are kind people. It's been 4 months that I'm working for the road right of way. I am talking to all these people who owns the properties in front of the property if they can give me road right of way. It's not gonna be free anyway, but no one wants to give. Other people, they try to overprice and it's not fair. I don't want to accept their price because first of all I cannot afford that. Second, I don't want to let anyone take advantage of me. I don't want to let them take profit of that situation because we have a law in the Philippines. We have a law that the properties around an interior lot, they are obliged to give road right of way. It's not going to be free anyway, but the price should be fair. So it was very frustrating for me for 4 months. Until now I don't have road right of way. Now I spoke to a lawyer, and the lawyer told me that I can petition to the court, and the court is going to decide where they are going to put my road right of way. The thing is, it's gonna take years for them to decide because they need to study, investigate, and everything. So that's another additional expense. My original plan of building a small 100 to 150,000 pesos house, 2,000 to $3,000 house, small house, that $3,000 cannot even cover the expenses of me filing a case, getting a lawyer, paying for the land anyways, even if I petition to court, um, developing the driveway. From the road to the property, and then plus developing inside the property. It's because you need to have a driveway inside the property as well, especially it's sloping. I asked the seller, I requested a meeting with them and the agents. I asked them, can you just give me back my money, cancel the deed of sale, I will give you back the title. If this is the property that you showed me in the beginning, I am not going to buy this. And as expected, of course, they tell me they don't have the money anymore. And also in that meeting is when I found out the reason why they sold their properties in a with a very, very cheap price. They need funds. Their son is in the hospital. He died last April anyway. When I found out, I felt really bad. It made me just accept the property because I don't want to cause more trouble to the seller. She's still grieving. All of these people are saying, why did you buy the property? You don't have road right of way. In the end, it's still my fault because I paid without the survey. I asked them if they can show me the survey first before I pay because I really like it. And then yeah, they came to me and said, ma'am, the seller doesn't have money to do the survey, but she said if you're going to pay, they are going to survey it immediately.